Hello and welcome back to the Fruit of Grisaia. Last time, how do we want to say this? Well, basically, everything went to shit. Mike and I got all sentimental about the seed and decided to do something not that intelligent. Not that it was the worst move ever, since it seemed like Yuuji's ability to keep everyone safe was starting to stretch to its limits. So, yep. And showed up, she got shot, sent to the hospital, and now her mother's considering sacrificing her for an organ donation. Really, with people this rich, I am shocked that they can't just, like, pay people to find organ donations, like, much more easily to get to the front of the line for all that shit. It seems like that would be a common practice. But whatever. Sorry, what? What do you mean?
いえ、こんな時間にこんな場所でぼーっとされていらっしゃったので、ご気分でも優れないのかと。
How nice of you. Must have been more than a little out of it. For a moment, I can't even process the person standing in front of me. I hurriedly snap myself awake and focus. The man's a uniformed cop, probably in his 40s, silver pads, 2 stripes, probably the local head patrol officer. Warning bells ring in my head, I instantly plaster a smile on my face. Condition reflex I've been working on for many years now. Sorry. Looks like I nodded off a little bit. Okay, see that over there? I point out to the van, sitting silently by the entrance of the park. I was taking a business trip to Nagano with a co-worker from my company, but the old man said he was tired from all the driving, so he took a little break. You wouldn't believe the way he snores, just lived out to take a rest there, that's all. Although he gives every sign of being convinced by my explanation, the man's a veteran who spent many years in the neighborhood beat. So he doesn't believe me? Probably had a reason for striking up this friendly little chat. Everything's a Betty, since a little something off about me. Got a whiff of bloodlust in the air. His occupation's pretty different from mine, but like I said, a sense of a smell honed in the field isn't to be underestimated. We manufacture work clothes and uniforms. Lately, there's been a real flood of cheap crap from overseas, so a little company like us has to run around constantly just to keep our heads above water. Even as he's offering me a convincingly friendly smile, the patrol officer takes out his POT, a modified PDA for looking at vehicles and criminal records, keys and the license plate number. After looking at the screen for a few moments, he nods to the non-committal, rubs his chin thoughtfully, and stows the little terminal back in his leather case.
Yeah,
sorry about that. I'll wake up the old man right away. Yeah, sorry for the bother. Yeah, I'll do my best. No matter how hard I try, this is the only way I can get anything done. And I'll do my best. Thinking isn't going to fix my problem. Standing still isn't going to set the wheels in motion. Even now, precious seconds are flowing uselessly down the drain. I push myself up off the bench and walk towards the small van just outside the park. The patrol officer's watching me from behind. Seems he intends to wait until I get into the vehicle and leave. Wants to make sure my story checks out. I suppress the urge to mutter a few choice words under my breath. Suppose this is almost convenient in a way. Approaching the van, I rap lightly on the side window with my knuckles. The driver's must have been in a pretty deep sleep. He jerks up in surprise at the sound, sending the magazine on his face flying. Looks around, bleary-eyed confusion. After finally noticing me crouched outside the door, he reluctantly lowers the window. My apologies, sir, but I need a word. My identification. I quietly hold out a folded piece of leather about the size of a pass case with a gold badge embedded onto its surface. After a moment's eye, let it fall open, show the man its contents. Inside is a combination identification electronic pass card describing me as a member of the special governmental organization Central Intelligence and Research 2nd Division. I don't usually carry this thing around, but it does sometimes prove useful as a stopgap measure when I run into issues with Soccer Damon. So I dug it out of the depth of my backpack a few days ago.
何か
The man in the driver's seat rubs his eyes for a moment, then carefully compares the photograph on the card with my face. Perfectly natural reaction when you're knocked out of a pleasant nap by some random guy in street clothes with a bizarre ID you've never seen before. Probably doesn't help that I look about 20 years too young to be working for a government agency of any kind. There's more than a little suspicion in his eyes. I'm currently investigating an automobile bombing incident that occurred in Mishima Cape. The foreign terrorist group thought to be responsible for the crime has just been called in a new threat. We have reason to believe they've planted explosives on a vehicle in this neighborhood.
爆弾
Quietly, sir. Please keep your voice down.
でも俺ずっと車の中にいましたよ。爆弾を仕掛けられた覚えは。
Modern bombs are extremely efficient and often quite small. Many can be installed in less than 10 minutes. In any case, we need to move this van. Could you please open the passenger side door?
動かすって俺が運転するんですか
You can't get out. The explosives could be set to go off when the suspension extends. For now, we just need to get away from this area. With those words, I turn and wave a hand at the patrol officer watching us from the park, who responds with an earnest salute. As the driver starts in surprise at the presence of the uniformed policeman, I glance down at my watchman and whisper, "Hurry," in a controlled but urgent tone of voice. Off balance and alarmed, the man hurriedly unlocks the passenger door. I slide into the seat and snap on my belt. I glare fiercely out the front window at nothing in particular. Please, take it nice and slow. I'll take over in the driver's seat after we've gained a little distance.
はい
Thank you for your cooperation. With quavering hands, the driver turns his key and starts the engine. The light van glides gingerly down the road like a child walking on thin ice. Makes its way towards the highway where the streetlights are beginning to snap awake and disappears into the hustle and bustle of the city. Ichigaya.
先輩、お腹空きませんか？なんか
Okay.
先輩、寝ちゃったんですか？
Her eyes are open.
うるさいわね。少し考え事をしていただけよ。 何なの？
Think about what? Where Yuuji is, what he's doing, what he's going to do next, because... The whole demon thing is... interesting, at least as a story, device in order to get Yuuji to... I feel as though, I don't know, at least what I've seen of the demon, urge thing or whatever so far, that you really didn't need to, frame the whole killer instinct and desire to kill and anger in that sort of way. You could have just had Yuuji. You didn't have to have, two voices conflicting against each other. You could have just Yuuji push down that road by his own thoughts and stuff. That's sort of what bothers me about it, because it's a bit silly, and so far it feels quite unnecessary to achieve what it's achieving. Basically, it would have been just as easy to do by just having him as the sort of person that when pushed to the brink, he's just becomes that sort of person where he gives up on the other stuff and that's his only resort, and he believes in it because it's the only thing he knows he can do, or something like that. That would have been... I would have preferred that as it is now. Maybe it'll change later as I see it in action more, how it affects stuff more, but...
だからお腹空きませんかってでないと
ダメよ。食事をすれば眠くなるでしょ。9時になったら休憩をあげるからもう少し我慢しなさい。
そんなまだ45分もあるじゃないですか。私お昼はツナサンドとヨーグルトだけだったんですよ。
Both of those sound nasty.
知らないわよ。とにかく我慢なさい。
フ そりゃ先輩はいいですよ。イリスマキナ飲み前に行って先方のおごりでイタリアンとか食べてきた
Oh,
んで
that
し
must have
ょ。
been a fun.
いいな。
That must have been a fun little conversation. It's like, oh, can we talk about killing my daughter and all that stuff? She's just asleep, and like, even JB was like, no, like yelling at her, no, don't say things like that. Then afterwards, like, hey, you want to get some food? It's like, just like a million ellipses. I could just imagine.
食事は辞退したわよ。私だって駅前でお蕎麦食べただけなんだから、うだうだ言わないの。
Okay. Interesting.
もったいなくないですか。
How would we even know she was offered that if she didn't actually have it? Or maybe she just mentioned she was offered it and didn't note that she didn't take. That would be weird.
っていうか、あの黄色い車で乗りつけて、しかもそのドキンパスにスーツ姿で立ち食いそば食べたんですか。なんかそれはそれで勇者ですね。
Really? Okay.
バカ言ってないで、ちゃんと自分の仕事をしなさい。
そうは言っても、ここ数日9029に目立った動きはありませんよ。もう海外にでも逃亡しちゃったんじゃないですかね。
It would be an interesting thing. Would it be that? Does he really have enough money to even get a plane ticket?
それはないわ。あの男がそう簡単に諦めるわけがないもの。
でもイリスマキナはこちらの手の内ですし、結局9029の最終的な目的って何なんです？
それが分かっているなら苦労はないわよ。でもこれはあくまでも私の想像だけれど、9029の最終的な目標はイリスマキナの恒久的な解放だと思っているわ。
恒久的な解放ってどういう意味です？
Stop anyone else from having any sort of decision-making process on her life. Especially shit like organ donation. He probably isn't aware of that at the moment, but still, stuff like that.
そのままの意味よ。これから先ずっとイリスマキナが何者にも阻害されることなく暮らしていける環境を手に入れるという意味。
そんなのどうやって成し遂げるつもりなんです？
Well, there's one obvious way. Take down the Arisu.
方法は2つ。イリスマキナを連れて3年間逃げ回るか、イリスマキナに敵対する存在を片っ端から排除する。
And one of those seems to have failed, right?
イリスマキナを連れて逃げるって言っても、彼女の身柄はこちらの手の内にありますし、それにまだ昏睡状態ですよ。
昏睡といっても夜中に時々目を覚ましている状態だし、病院にもうちの警護は配置していないし。
どうして警護をつけないんです？
だってクライアントからは警護をつけろなんて一言も言われていないもん。
Ooh, oh my goodness, that is a great excuse. I guess they don't really care about her that much. But then again, maybe they just think that she has no chance of I mean, why didn't they ask for any guard? Just oversight? It seems like something considering what she knows, that letting Yuuji, and they know about Yuuji too, right? Huh.
だからって。
True, but why wouldn't they ask for it? Are they just assuming that Ichigaya would be the type to put guards there no matter what? Or
さらわれたらさらわれたで、病院外の方が事故は起こしやすいと考えているのでしょうね。
嫌な話ですね。聞くんじゃなかったですよ。
interesting thought, interesting thought.
でもそれじゃあ9029はもう何もできないんじゃないですか？
あなた、私の話ちゃんと聞いてた？
でもそれって相手はイリスケですよ。イリスケを相手に襲いかかってくる人間を片っ端から倒したってキリがないじゃないですか。
どんなに巨大な組織でも必ず弱点はあるわ。
Maybe the grandmother. They haven't brought up the grandmother, but she sort of feels like she's the one who's actually in control, right?
イリスケの弱点って何です？
組織だって生き物よ。生き物ってのは大抵頭を潰せば死ぬわ。
Which would be the grandmother and the mother? And the grandfather, right? I don't know. It's hard to get it's hard to get a real grip on who's really in control. It seems to have given off the idea that really the grandmother is the one making the decisions. At least that's the impression I've gotten over these episodes, but...
イリスケの中核、頭脳に当たる部分といえば
イリス清香ね。9029はまず間違いなくイリス清香の暗殺に乗り出すでしょうね。
Okay, so definitely the mother or the grandmother. Given just how much people have been shown, I guess her mother. And given how much they wanted, tried to make... Oh yeah, Kyoko. I wasn't looking at that. Yeah, that would be her mother.
大変じゃないですか。そこまで分かっていてどうして対策を講じないんですか？
あなた本当に仕事をしているの？もう2週間も前からイリス清香にはうちの4桁が身辺警護として張り付いているわよ。
Are you doing... Shouldn't you be aware of that? Aren't you supposed to be like in charge of this, almost like organizing it?
嘘。
コンピュータで状況を調べてみなさい。
So is she aware of that?
あ、本当だ。4桁が2人、3桁が4人も配備されてます。オープンブルマーですね。
さりげなく聞き流すところだったけど、それを言うなら大盤振る舞いよ。
日本語難しいね。
あなた3分の2は日本人でしょうが。
3分の1はアフリカ人ですよ。
インド島系アフリカ人？
I don't know what Inoshima is, but...
インド島バカにしてますか？ぶっ飛ばしますよ。
そんなことよりアイリスグローバル本社の警備状況は？異常はない？
はい、今のところ緊急は入っていません。本社周辺の高層建築物もクリアです。
9029が毎回狙撃を手段とするとは限らないわよ。
その件でクレームが出てますね。 ID カード式の入社証を持たないと社内に入れないもんだから、出入りの下請けとの間でトラブルが何件か。ってあれ？
どうしたの？
入社する人間の管理をしてるのうちの人間じゃないんですね。
Ooh.
ああ、まあ上の方でいろいろと話し合いがあったみたい
What
で
an
ね。
interesting thought.
桜田門の第二機動部隊がチェックをしているそうよ。臨時の合同捜査本部まで立ててね。
Well, there's probably an inn, right?
めんどくさ。なんでそんな話になったんです？
もう身内の出した日とか言ってる場合じゃなくなったのよ。
Oh. But isn't putting out our own fires what Yuji's supposed to be in this whole situation in the first
う
place?
ちの内事部長と向こうの公安部長、学生時代に同期だったらしくて無駄に仲が悪いのよ
Oh,
ね。
yay. Random rivalries. Woo. That helps everything.
それ噂になってますよ。向こうのハム長の奥さん、うちの内事部長の元カノなんでしょ。
What the fuck is up with these organizations?
面倒なことにならなきゃいいですけど。
Oh, yeah, probably.
船頭を臆して船山を登るってね。日本語って面白いわね。
I'm not... Is that an actual Japanese saying, or is it just adapting into Too Many Cooks one to the whole Sweetman's things from before?
笑ってる場合じゃないですよ。もしイリス清香が9029に殺されちゃったらどうするん
Or
で
a
す？
translated version of a Japanese saying?
一応その時のための脚本も用意したんだけど、主犯の外国人テロリストは北と東どっちがしっくりくると思う？
Hmm?
9029の犯行を隠すつもりなんですか？
じゃああなたイリスケを相手にこの度はうちの飼い犬がとんでもないことをって。
冗談じゃないですよ。
そうならないために私たちは食事もしないで頑張ってるんでしょうが。
ああ、もう。
At times like these, I can't help thinking, if only Asako were here, she'd be able to kill Yuji. If Asako was still alive, she'd probably talk Yuji down in minutes. But then again, if Asako was still alive, it never would have come to this in the first place. Kazami Yuuji can't kill people. The trauma of his childhood and the words of his mentor stay his hand. But taking a recent Machina from him may pull out that safety pin for good. Honestly, you left behind one hell of a nasty little memento, Asuka. 10 minutes after forcibly commandeering the light van. I have the driver pull over and get out under the pretense of inspecting the vehicle, then inform him it's being confiscated as evidence. I explain that I have no legal authority to silence him, but it's wisest to keep quiet and avoid possible conflicts with the Ministry of Defense bylaws. When he nods, I promise the van will be returned in 2 days and hand him JP's card. Oh, this I clarify is actually an automated line. Just call the number, then hang up without saying a word. Within 30 minutes, an ice-dirty car will come and pick you up. The driver's face crumbles in relief as he accepts it with both hands. Oh, just knowing exactly what will happen is hilarious. In any case, now I've gotten myself a suitable method of transportation. Leaving the van, I borrowed a parking deck connected to a movie theater. I buy a few plastic bottles of water at a convenience store, and head down to the nearby subway station. Not that I'm actually planning on using a train at this time. Making my way to the coin lockers inside the station, I retrieve my personal belongings and Magna's apple seedling. Oh, I still have that. Okay, that's nice. Then go to my knees and carefully water the plant. I've been wandering around aimlessly for the last 2 weeks. I've been moving around, gathering information. Looking for a way to break out of this dead-end situation quickly and decisively. There are many cards left in my hands, and among them, only one stands as an efficient and practical play. Even so, I've been conflicted. Still am. There's a part of me casting around desperately in search of the most peaceful possible solution, and there's a part of me hissing, you know the quickest way to end this, so get moving. Do it. It's not really much of a debate. I'm probably just hesitating. The person Natsuko raised me to be, a person who chose not to kill, is making his last stand against a vicious thing that's been sealed away inside me since I was a kid. Even now, I can feel the balance slipping away little by little with every passing minute. This agonizing won't last much longer. Yep, there's only one way to wrap up everything neatly, isn't there? As I got the backpack I'd stowed with the seedling in my locker, I retrieved the small gun stashed away at the bottom. It's a double-action automatic. Takes 13 9mm bullets. JB gave me the thing, in a personal capacity used concealed carry sidearm, but I found the quirkiness of the firing sequence hard to get used to. It's been sitting in the bottom of my backpack for a very long time. I unlock and open the case, and take out the well-oiled body of the weapon, remove the double-column magazine, and fill it with ammunition. Returning the loaded mag to the stock, I pull the slide assembly back, push the first bullet firmly into the chamber, and release my grip on the squeeze cocker beneath the trigger guard. The firing pin promptly returns to the safety position. Honestly, how the hell am I supposed to do this thing? Still, I've got no choice but to manage. Slipping the small pistol between my belt and waist, I return my backpack to the locker, and then get to my feet with the potted apple tree in my hands. But first, better go reinforce my resolve. I make my way back to the subway station crowds, setting off the ceiling against the flow of the businessmen on their way home. Hospital time, eh? About 1 hour later, I find Matsuzawa Psychiatrics still in quiet. It's already well past visiting hours. As always, there aren't any guards or even observers posted in the area. My infiltration consists of slipping in easily through a ground-level emergency exit. I follow a hallway faintly illuminated by the neon glow of the sign above the door. An empty flight of stairs takes me to the 3rd floor, where I make my way towards a secluded private suite. At the very back of the 3rd floor, I glance at the nameplate Orisu Machina hanging horizontally across the final door, then slide it quietly open with no hesitation whatsoever. Hey, Machina, I'm back. This might be the last time I see you. So, I brought your plant today. And, okay, sorry, but I've made up my mind to kill your mother. Don't worry, I'll pull it off perfectly. I'll set you free. What? Were you awake?
ねえパパ、リンゴ持ってきてくれた？
Yeah, that I did. I've been watering it and everything.
よかった。ずっとリンゴのことが気になってたのよさ。
And not worrying about me? Maybe you just have that much faith in me, all. Makina. Do you think you can make it out of the front station tomorrow evening? Or out to it?
そうね。起きられたらいけると思うのよ。
By tomorrow evening, everything should be over. So let's meet up and find ourselves some place to live together.
うん。
Don't like the idea.
そうじゃないのよ。でも私がいなくなったら妹がサリナが助からないのよさ。
Oh, you know she's not going... You're not going to be the only organ donator, right? There's other people who donate organs, and I'm sure there's other matches. Seriously, I don't understand how an organization this big wouldn't have people, like, in its ranks, like, offering organs of their own even, let alone just being able to pay to get to the top of the list of what's necessary, right? As much as that sort of makes me... in terms of, being a thing, it would be shocking if it wasn't a thing. Even Michiru was able to get the organs that she needed relatively, well, I guess easily enough. It was even a heart. What are you talking about?
あのね、私の妹瀕死の重傷なんだって。そんでね、妹を助けるには私の臓器がいるんだって。
How's with that? I see, so that's how it is. So, that's what's been keeping her alive since they got their hands on her. Ah, the fucking bastards. Don't worry, I'll wrap up everything nice and clean. Just be waiting tomorrow at 1800 hours in front of the station. I'll definitely come to pick you up.
わかった。待ってるのよ。だから必ず来てね。
Yeah. I promise.
やっか
Back asleep already, huh? Well, they've gone and made her a promise. Guess I'll have to keep it. If I were to disappear and keep this girl safe, who's going to protect a girl whose own mother wants to kill her? Wants to make her into a woman who could stand on her own 2 feet, even when I'm no longer there to support her. But there is no more time. They've backed us into a corner, and all I can do now is finish this as quickly and thoroughly as possible. I've sharpened my fangs, I've torn off my collar. Nothing left to do but charge at my enemy and rip out their throats. Oh, yeah, okay. Changing into a plain workman uniform from the back of my van, I head out to the highway. A trip to Arizo Global Headquarters takes 40 uneventful minutes. I exit the highway a little early and quietly, make my way to a local street that runs along the back of the Arizo headquarters. Within a few minutes, the service entrance comes into the view ahead, marked only by a plain series of guide lights. Yep, I keep forgetting to change this one's, since I moved over to my new computer. Font. Not that I think the other one really changed it that much, but whatever. As Sakura Diamond's currently subjecting every vehicle to extensive security checks before letting it on the ramp, there's a decent backlog of minivans and trucks lined up, waiting to enter. I reach past the AC vent to flip on my hazard light lamps, pull one wheel up to the shoulder the traffic can pass, and queue up the end of the line. A police officer who'd been watching me approach promptly approaches, his boots slapping noisily against the pavement. He's carrying a binder and ballpoint pen in one hand. With the other, he knocks lightly at my side window.
Engine 止めてもらえる?
Yeah. Even as a sulky frown flashes across my face, I obediently reach down and twist a key in the ignition, and then lower the driver's side window, grab the entry permit sitting on top of the dashboard, and present it to the officer. The officer accepts the paper, slips it into his binder, and cranes his head a little to check over my license plate number, and begins scratching away diligently at some form or other. It's about to gamble. Calculated gamble, but a gamble nonetheless. Over the last few weeks, I've been stealthily visiting the area around Harisu HQ at irregular moments, probing and observing the security. About a week ago, I realized a mobile police unit had been placed in charge of inspecting all incoming deliveries. Until then, our people had been in charge, so I'd been forced to keep a wary distance, but I'm willing to bet some political wrangling about Ichigaya's earlier blunders resulted in the establishment of an extremely superficial joint investigation headquarters, with the cops taking over a few minor jobs like this. This sort of thing is always the brainchild of someone in Kazami Yuuji, and often results in the cooperating of agencies competing in an attempt to show off to said bureaucrat. And even at the best of times, Sakuradaman and my employer are on terrible terms, frequently neglecting to even share crucial information like my face. Healthy rivalries and in-house competition are all well and good, but when things get out of hand, you just end up sabotaging each other. Very convenient now that I find myself on the other side. Look, I don't know what you guys are supposed to be looking out for here, but how long is this gonna last? We're all busy people, you know?
まあね、私もこれが仕事だから。すみませんけど、ご理解とご協力を願いますよ。あと運転免許証を拝見できますか?
No. Just saying. Damn it. Clicking my tongue in irritation, I rest my right hand on the top of the wheel, lean my upper body over to the passenger seat and open the glove compartment. Retrieving a light blue pass case, I take out a driver's license and hand it over. Of course, it's just one of the numerous cover IDs my company prepared for me in the days when we were on better terms. And if it was Ichigaya being the ones to look this over, they probably would know better, right?
はいどうも。帽子取ってもらえるかな?
The policeman checks a photograph of my license and looks up to compare it with my own features. Squinting irritably as he shines his flashlights in my eyes, I step my face forward for examination.
はい、いいですよ。ありがとうございました。
Ooh. While carefully accepting the license back, I shoot a quick glance at my rearview mirror out of the corner of my eye. There's already quite a few new arrivals waiting behind my van for their own inspection. One or two of them have noisily revving up their engines as if to say, "Get a move on." Yeah.
はいはい、ちょっと待ってね。
Just a minute. Grimacing at the noise, the policeman wedges the binder with my fake entry permit under his arm, then bends down and pokes something that looks like a motorcycle rearview mirror beneath the vehicle, examining the undercarriage. Looks like the forgery of the permits went fairly well, at the least. 4 days ago, I managed to approach one of the trucks lined up here. Entering the warehouse, after presenting one of my company IDs, I asked to see their permit, which I then quietly photographed with a digital camera. With those images as a base, I used a PC in a net cafe in Shin-Oka to mock up a falsified document and printed it out in a neighborhood copy shop. Pretty half-assed job, but the Cap doesn't seem to have any suspicions at the moment. Probably helpful that I'm coming in at night and it's harder to read and inspect it as much.
それじゃあ荷物の中身確認させてもらっていいかな?
Yep. Answering in a grouchy tone of a man who's having his time wasted, I reach to the side of my seat, yank up the lever that controls the van's hatchback. As the rear door swings upward with a soft hiss of extending dampers, the policeman sticks his head inside. Opening the lids of cardboard boxes one after another, he sticks his hand into the work uniforms packed inside, confirming that I'm not hiding anything suspicious.
作業服屋さん?
Yeah, that's right.
遅くまで仕事大変だね。
Oh, we're on the same boat here, right? Come on, please finish up already. It's gonna be a real pain if you mess up all the merchandise like that.
すみませんね。すぐに終わりますから。おい、あなたよ。早くしろよ。
Thanks, man. You're helping. An angry shout from the driver and the next truck cuts off through the air. Damn straight, let's get a move on here. Somebody from the company looks into that driver's license number. It's an instant game over. I'd really like to be inside before that happens.
はい、それじゃあ結構ですよ。車を前に進めてください。
The officer quickly pushes a small stamp twice in the document in his binder, returns my forged entry permit, narrowing one eye, accept it with a curved nod. Right, thank you.
はい、次の人。前に進んでエンジンを止めて。
I assume I already got the license back. So it's just a matter of whether he recorded it in some way. Guess the public sector's not all sunshine, donuts, and fat pensions, huh? Muttering those sympathetic sentiments to no one in particular, I start the van's engine and guide it smoothly to the entrance ramp leading down into the basement of the Grisaia Global headquarters.
社長、この本社の警備体制はいつまで続くのでしょうか。各部署から業務遅延の報告と下請けからのクレームが数件入っておりますが。
私からもあまり大げさにはしないでほしいと伝えてはあるのだけれど。
But it's not gonna work.
同じ建物に2つの公の機関が同時にいるのが良くないみたいで。なんだか皆さん無駄に張り切っているのよね。
もう2週間ですよ。このままの状況があと10日も続けば警備とは呼べない損失が発生しますが。
そうね。全ては私がここにいるのが原因なのでしょうけど、娘のこともあって今は日本を離れるわけにもいかんし。
お嬢様とご一緒に一時海外へ行かれてはどうでしょう。
The two of you, okay.
そうね。だいぶごちゃごちゃしてきたし、それがいいかもしれないわね。お父様の飛行機は使えるの？
Ooh, she's just planning to do this now too. What a good timing for Yuuji. That she hadn't left the country by now.
はい、明日の午後4時には飛べるよう手配可能です。
Actually, if Yuuji was aware of this, I wonder if he could have well, I wonder if he even has access to bombs and stuff to hit the plane.
では、そうしてちょうだい。マキナとサリナ、両方連れて行きますから、現地の病院とお母様に連絡を。
Huh. Well, you know. So basically, you're going overseas so you can do the organ donation. I mean, that's probably... it's probably not what she was thinking at first, but the fact that she's bringing both of them probably means she thought, oh, this will be a good opportunity.
承知いたしました。
お母様へのお見舞いも何か適当に見繕っておいて。
いつものように反物でよろしいでしょうか。
そうね。それと鶴屋の栗まんじゅうも用意しておいてちょうだい。
ご母堂様はあんこが嫌いだったと記憶しておりますが、確か以前お土産として月餅をお持ちになられた時に大喧嘩になったかと。
Yes, she's a bitch to everyone in her life. Yes, we understand this. Her mother probably is too.
もちろん覚えているわ。それにお母様は栗も嫌いなの。
承知いたしました。ご用意させていただきます。
お願いね。
失礼します。疲れた。
Ah, holy shit. About time you came back. Where the heck you been? Don't got all day here, you know.
誰？
You don't gotta freak out on me, miss. I'm just the delivery man. You got a bags to drop off.
配達？ってどうやってここへ？
You think? Said I had a bags for the press. Lady at the reception desk said, go take it on upstairs then.
そんなバカな。受付ってどこの受付？
Okay. Anywho, I'm here to deliver this to the president.
社長に直接？
荷
物の中身は？
No. They just told me to deliver it there. But I was just one of them, bomb cuties or what have you.
なんで中を確認しても？
I'm me, but on your head be it. Arching one eyebrow dubiously, Miss Sawato accepts the cardboard box and removes the lid. Inside are numerous heavy-duty nylon ropes. On top of these, there's a single scrap of paper. Don't make a sound or you're dead. Miss Sawato stares blankly at the words for a moment, her mouth hanging open slightly in bewilderment, before raising her face questioningly at me.
これって。
What? You illiterate? Don't make a sound or you're going to die. I pull out my handgun from my breast pocket of my work uniform, firmly depressing the squeeze cocker to ready the firing pin. I said not to make a sound. Thrusting the gun forward threateningly, I used my free hand to remove the cap on my head and spit out the tissue paper I'd stuffed in my cheeks. Miss Sawano's eyes go wide with shock.
あなた風見裕二
I was taught to laugh off a woman's stupidity 3 times. That was your last strike. Next time you make a sound, I'm going to kill you. Apparently sensing something in my dark, sunken eyes, Miss Sawano bites firmly down on her lower lip and proceeds to glare angrily up at me in complete silence. Ah, girl. I'm gonna go ahead and borrow this. Holding the gun steady in my right hand, I quickly reach out with my left and pull out a handkerchief that had been peeking out of the secretary's breast pocket. Give me an Oh, what's wrong? Open your mouth. Come on. Oh, you have no idea how ridiculous you look. Just a joke. Don't get angry. Keep your hands on the top of your desk. Don't go for the alarm button. I ball up the handkerchief and stuff into Sawada's mouth and fix a gag in place with the nylon rope from the box. Stand up. Slowly come out from behind the desk. Put your knees on the ground and hold out your hands behind you. Sorry, this might hurt a little, but tough it out. Miss Sawano seems to have decided that resistance would be pointless, as she obediently follows my instructions and waits quietly to be bound. Taking several more cords and nylon rope, I quickly tie her hands behind her back, link her ankles together, and finally connect the 2 bundles to immobilize her completely. Yes, that posture will probably get a little painful after a while, so why don't we lie you down? Slipping my hands under Sawada's armpits, I gently lower her sideways onto the thick carpet. The secretary squirms around a little after being upended, but once you're on the ground in that position, it's impossible to get back up on your own power. Oh. Exhaling quietly, I review every step in the process that brought me here, searching for any potential oversights. Everything's gone pretty much exactly according to plan so far. Once I got inside, it was surprisingly smooth sailing. After following the ramp down to the delivery entrance at the very bottom of the tower, I hauled out the cardboard boxes from the back of my van and began to load them onto a large freight elevator. All well and good that I gotten this far. But now I had to come up with some kind of inconspicuous route upward. I find a cardboard box in my arm. I was casually glancing in the direction of the emergency exit when I noticed another man in uniform working nearby. The man loaded a few crates from the panel van he'd presumably driven down here, then wheeled his pallet jack into the elevator and slipped into the corner of the cage. You're not getting in? Taking the man's question as my cue, I followed him into the elevator with an almost disappointing ease. Found myself rising to the 3rd floor warehouse. My new colleague took off his hat and offered a brief greeting to the manager, then wheeled the delivery off to the maze of shelves with the easy familiarity of a man in his own home. I imitated the man's slight bow towards the manager, then followed him into the depths of the warehouse with a nonchalant expression on my face. A little way inside, I stopped and took out a notebook from the pocket of my uniform, pretending to double-check where I needed to stow my packages. Soon enough, the other man finished his own delivery and headed back out. Instead of riding the freight elevator back down, the delivery man simply said, "Can you get the door, please?" In response, the manager pressed the button to unlock a door leading to an external emergency staircase. The man nodded his thanks and slipped outside. Probably need to go down the floor to get some documents signed. And before this man's part of Ichigai and is helping me. After briefly considering the matter, I decided to make use of the emergency stairs myself. A single sentence to the manager got me outside, but instead of heading downstairs, I climbed to the 4th floor, where an inviting door offered an access to an internal evacuation staircase. The problem was opening it. An emergency exit is only intended to open one way. For obvious reasons, they're designed not to be accessible from the outside. I haven't spent years in Ichigaya on the Ichigaya payroll for show. I installed a method that can get you inside one of these with a bit of delicate fiddling. A little time consuming, but it almost always works. However, even if it was possible to unlock the door, I couldn't just swing the thing carelessly open. An emergency exit of the sort has an alarm device that goes active by default. The instant it opens, an ear-splitting bell goes off and the building security will instantly be contacted. As a countermeasure, I used the classic trick, deceiving the alarm with a bit of aluminum foil. I took Machina's pack of grape-flavored bubble king from my pocket. I still have that after 2 weeks apparently. Unwrapped one stick, and then popped it into my mouth. Folding the wrapping paper into a flat sheet, I stuck the piece of gum onto it as an adhesive and fixed it to the alarm sensor. After a few minutes of work on the door, I slipped quietly into the deserted evacuation staircase. Without further difficulty, made my way straight to the 12th floor. I'm more surprised that the sensor's on the outside of it. I sort of figured it wouldn't be, but whatever. Well, now it's just a matter of getting to the president's office. But... Whoops, that was a bit sloppy. What? I'm on the 4th floor, I'm not on the top, right? Now that I look carefully, there's a fingerprint scanner next to the heavy wooden door in the back. With an LCD screen displaying a lock, displaying the word L-O-C-K lock in red letters. Come to think of it, Miss Iwata here had to unlock the door for me last time I visited. I should have had her open it before I tied her up. Now what? I glanced back at the secretary, lying on the ground with her body arched back like a shrimp, only her face pointing this way. Could always chop off a finger, but yeah, it's a bit much. Might make things awkward when you're getting all intimate with your boyfriend. Can't have that. Pushing my gun to the belly of my work uniform, I haul Miss Iwata up off the thick rug. Pipe down. Just going to borrow your finger for a second. Don't make too much noise, or I'll just snip off one of that. I'll just snip one off with that pair of scissors on your desk. Lifting Iwata over my shoulder, I bring her to the door and guide the index finger of her right hand to the scanner. Okay, thanks. We're good now. Gently lowering the secretary back into the floor, I firmly grab hold of the doorknob. Do or die time. Possibly. Possibly both. Pardon me? Kazami Yuuji reporting in. Risa Kiyoka's eyes open wide with shock, a deep fried okaki cracker freezing halfway to her mouth. Snacking in the middle of the night? Oh, you're gonna put on weight, you know. I glance briefly at the corner of the ceiling. The surveillance camera's activity light isn't on. I'm willing to bet Risa Kiyoka deliberately turned the thing off to keep her midnight snack private. Why are you here? How did you get in? Oh, woman always asks the same questions. I pulled a small handgun out of my work uniform. My previous visit made it clear that the further discussion is pointless. Today, I've come to eliminate you as a threat to Risa Magina. This is... Oh, this is gonna be... This is not a good idea. This is not a good thing. This is not a good thing, but... Oh, this is gonna be so satisfying. This is gonna be so satisfying. It just... There's nothing... She has been put in absolutely no redeemable light at any point. She's actually a pretty decent villain in that way. In that... Oh, I just wanna make her... Killing her, in a fictional sense, is gonna be satisfying. Sorry, not interested. Talking just makes the trigger heavier. I should have shot this woman dead the moment I saw her. I've already made this harder than it needed to be. Don't falter, Yuuji. Pull the trigger. Now, before the momentum fades. Sensing my momentary hesitation, Kyoka leaps forward, aiming for the door behind me. Damn it. As the woman tries to slip past my side, I swing my arm in a vicious arc, slamming the butt of the pistol to her temple. Oh. Her body jerks backwards. I sweep her legs out from under her, and she tumbles to the ground. Do you not like that? Are you mad about that? Do you think you're not worthy to be touched? Oh my goodness, you're a germaphobe. You're a germaphobe too, aren't you? Oh, I can make this so miserable for you. Oh. Yeah, that I did. Tell me something. Did your parents ever hit you? Oh, that's why you're so passive-aggressive. Never let out your anger through violence. I'm not saying it's okay to do that, but it's always an option. And if you only learn how to vent in one way, then, well, you're only gonna vent in one way. Figured as much. That explains a lot.
それが何だというの？私は殴られるようなミスを一つもしてこなかったというだけよ。
Oh, that is a delusion. An egotistical fantasy. Your parents got at you around every bump in the road. And when you tripped over your own feet, you found someone else to blame. You've lived your life in denial of your own shortcomings. Oh, no denial now? Do you already know this? You're just chauffeured down a life others set for you. Never spanked, never frustrated, never knowing pain. That's why you turned into a woman who could sacrifice her own daughter without so much as a twinge of conscience.
した風な口を。あなたに私の何がわかるというの？
Enough. Ha! I understand. My father was the same way. The old man was a waste of space who spent most of his life eating through his inheritance. When he screwed up or things took a bad turn, he'd take it out on the people around him. He knocked me around to forget his troubles. Every other person in the world was trash. Any living thing that he couldn't use to his advantage was worthless. Okay, so Yuuji is a lot more like Machina in terms of his traumatizing background, probably to some extent. A traumatizing background involving the death of his family members that he actually cared for. A parent who thought everyone was trash and stuff like that. Yeah. These are obvious parallels meant to, especially since Yuji's supposed to be Papa de Machina. Didn't even see us as human beings. Just pissed him off just to look at us. This ringing any bells.
それは役立たずのひがみだわ。
Says the person, you really want to tempt me? You really want to do this while I have a gun to your face? You've got the same disease. And there's no curing it now. If I don't kill you, Machina's going to die instead.
待って。マキナのために私を殺そうというの？ねえ、それは無駄よ。いや、私を殺してもマキナを殺そうとする人はいくらでもいるわ。
So? I don't fucking care. You're the one who's actually organizing this effort. You're the one, all we need to do is say to the others like, hey, if you even try to just disturb her, let her go live her life, then you'll be next. That's all you need to do. Killing you actually is probably the best way to go about this, isn't it? It's the best way to send a little message to everyone and anyone, right? That you're not going to be able to get away with trying to do shit to her. You already have a successor. Let her be the successor. That's all you need to do. That's not relevant. If any one of them comes to kill her, I will eliminate them one by one, as many times as it takes.
わかったわ。取引をしましょう。私を殺さないでくれるなら、私もマキナを殺しません。
You are so full of bullshit. What was the last time you tried to make a deal with me? You immediately went and it's like, oh, you lost the advantage. I'm not going to pay attention to you now. As soon as I lower my gun, and that becomes not a thing, I don't have the power over you, then you're just going to go back on anything and everything. That's exactly what your personality is like, right?
そうだ。なんだったらあなた、マキナと結婚する？あんなわけのわからない組織で使い捨てにされるより、ずっといい暮らしができるわよ。
Sounds nice. I always dreamed about that sort of thing.
でしょ？ね、そうなさいな。
There's just one problem, though. I'd rather die than become your son. You know, I thought long and hard about all this before I came here. I was very close to certain, but I tried to convince myself that there was the slightest chance that you cared about Machina as a mother. I mean, come on. Having to settle things through killing, it's just too damn sad, isn't it?
だから、ね、 私を殺さなければ誰も死なないのよ。
Bullshit. I've seen you act and operate enough. I know you don't give in and actually comply to those sort of promises. Listen to what I'm telling you. I thought long and hard, and this was my answer. I've reached my conclusion. My will isn't weak enough to be swayed by your words. That's enough. Just pull the damn trigger. Don't let emotion cloud your mind any further. Pull the trigger now, and everything will end. You won't have to fear the night any longer. Don't you remember what you came here to do? Well, if I kill her, I mean, there's also the fact that we're going to be fugitives forever. They're not going to just forgive that at some point. They might... no, they definitely wouldn't forgive it. They'd probably go well out of her way to try to kill us at that point. Why standing in this room, Kazami Yuuji? What are you to Machina? I know. I'm her father. I promised the girl I'd become her father.
待って、何を言っているの？ねえ、お願い、やめて。殺さないで。
I just remembered we haven't had our choice yet. Is this going to be the choice to kill her or not to kill her? They certainly are building up to a moment here.
私が何をしたっていうの？マキナを殺したわけでもないのに。私が悪かったのなら謝るから。ねえ、許してお願いよ。何でもするから。
What an awful phase. But I've got the feeling I've seen it somewhere before. Where was it? So is Yuuji gonna focus on the fact that she was crying because the mother's a fucking liar and lies goddamn constantly? I suppose she wasn't I mean... I suppose she probably wasn't the one to do that, but still. Or is he going to focus on the point that it reminds him of Machina? Ah, no, I get it. She looks just like Machina. Well, of course she does. They're parent and child, after all. I could have sworn at some point it said that Machina took more after her father, in terms of look, than her mother. But whatever. It's only natural, right?
ねえ、あなた聞いているの？ねえ。
Shut up. Ooh, okay. I thought it might be that. I thought it might be this. Okay. What decision to make? What decision to make? We know there's a good and a bad ending, just like Michiru. I feel as though killing her would, like, giving into the impulse would probably trigger the bad ending. But that would be oh so goddamn satisfying. At the same time, it would also probably be the only way to get her to do anything. Because the Irisu isn't... She seems... I would never, ever trust her. Never, ever, 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 ever trust her. At the same time, if you kill her, they're going to be after us forever. Not that that's really any different than the current situation, but... would definitely, I don't know, would it be enough of a deterrent to stop people from going after Machina in the end? That's the real question, isn't it? Not killing her might, I don't know, I don't trust her. That could be the bad ending just because she's gonna fuck us over and everyone is sad and horrible and maybe Machina's happy that Serena gets to live or something like that. I don't know, that could maybe the, I don't know. It's actually a difficult decision. Maybe I could see it going either way. I think based on the themes and different stuff that's been built up over the course of this route, pulling the trigger is probably going to lead to the bad ending. It's just because it has been built up as a line that Yuuji should not cross. But on the other hand, logically, is there really any other choice? Unless you really want to trust her, and I really don't want to trust her. Okay, I guess I'll make some predictions. Let's say pulling the trigger is the bad ending. Probably pull the trigger. Shoot, does it have a silencer on it? Yuuji did have a impromptu way of making a silencer version of the gun he picked up from that agent earlier, so he could probably do that here too. So it's not like a bunch of agents are gonna come rushing in or stuff like that at that point, right? I hope. I hope. But after that, they're gonna be in confusion for quite some time. Are probably not gonna have anyone that would be able to just like sit back and be like, oh, okay, we need to do this and this and this, get him now, something like that. They probably also wouldn't have a situation where we'd probably be able to get away and maybe live on the run for the rest of our life. Or maybe Machina would be so upset about it. I don't know. How would Machina react to that? I suppose I did basically tell her, right? Was she awake at that point, though? Was she awake enough to be conscious of the fact that I told her that? If I were to guess what would happen, I'd say that the confusion would be enough for you to get away, and then him and Machina get away, and maybe, I don't know. If it's a good ending, then like 10 years down the line, everyone gets to meet up again or something. And if it's a bad ending, then I guess they probably get caught as the Arisu regroups and doesn't care about either of them anymore. Or Ichigaya specifically. Okay, Ichigaya wouldn't, all those organizations wouldn't stop, right? Then again, they're not in the best situation given the fact that they're losing influence even trying to protect her and getting this whole thing going on in terms of actually having the, I guess, coherence, strategy, and actions at the moment needed to very efficiently put down Yuuji, I guess, at that point. All the resources or something. I don't know. I wonder how, if he does have it silenced, I wonder how long that would last. I guess that's the closest thing I have to a prediction of what would happen there. As for don't pull the trigger, I guess if... I don't trust her. She doesn't seem like the type. Maybe she'll be like, oh, she seems like the type that the two possibilities are, oh, they're not worth the trouble anymore. Let's just forget about them entirely. Or she'd be that type of like, fuck him, he's trash, let's kill him now. As soon as I let my guard down, and as soon as she has an opportunity to turn on me. Because that seems like the more likely thing she would do. I don't know. I don't see either of these, like, if they carry out logically. Because pulling the trigger is going to have consequences that will never, unless JB steps in and, like, stops the pursuit, like, actually sort of turns treason herself in a much more underhanded way. If that's the case, well, I guess maybe they'll drop the whole thing if she's dead because they don't have any clients. But still, murder, treason, betraying the whole Ichigai thing probably isn't going to be viewed all that great. But yeah, neither of these I see just progressing in a way that would be a happy-go-lucky ending by any means, right? Going back to Mihama, I'm not sure if logically. I don't see either of them logically carrying to that point unless for some reason not pulling the trigger really does change her mind about how she wants to deal with us. Or maybe she realizes like, oh, maybe she gains a little bit of humility. Probably not. She doesn't seem like the type. They've not like ridden her in any redeemable way at this point, so. But yeah, either way, I'm going to decide that next time. See you all next time. I make a final decision, yeah. And I'll probably get both endings either way. But which one I get first? We'll see. Drive safely, everyone.